Okay, this is a reaction video. This is Isak chooses. This is from Henry Talks Football. Please click like, share, and subscribe for him as well as for me. Isak chooses Arsenal. Arsenal's Andrea, Berta plan, and Liverpool want Frimpong. Well, let's see what Henry has to say about this. He is either, if he's not talking about how poor his Tottenham team is doing or how he wants Postecoglou gone, he's talking about Arsenal. Well, let's find out what he has to say.
Ladies and gents, the international break is finally over and club football is back.
Yeah, I used to like the international break somewhat, but I don't like it now because I just got back from London. I was at the Arsenal-Chelsea game, had a great time there, and I was waiting for Arsenal's next game. I had to wait literally 2.5 weeks for it.
With the FA Cup this weekend, some big games there with Premier League action returning next Tuesday. A massive game for Spurs. We've got Chelsea away.
Yeah, you got to wait till next Thursday for that.
Arsenal have announced that Bukayo Saka will be returning for the next game. He put an Instagram post up saying, "Hello, me again. Andrea, Berta's plan. What does that look like?" According to sources, Victor Gyökeres could be available for £50 million. And
yeah, Gyökeres is a player that Arsenal's been looking at, but we'll see.
Does apparently want to move. And Liverpool looking at right back replacement to Trent Alexander-Arnold, with Frimpong being the name mentioned. We've got so much to get into. Make sure you go down, drop a like on the video if you haven't.
Yeah, please click like, share, and subscribe for Henry as well as for me. I would really appreciate it. It's free to do, and it helps me out.
Already, let me know your thoughts on all of the transfer stories. Make sure you watch the video the whole way through because I'm probably going to cover 6 stories here. And of course, hit that subscribe button. We are steamrolling our way towards 50k. We are 1,150 subscribers away. So hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, please hit it for me. I'm heading towards 400, which is nice. Hopefully I can get there.
A huge milestone for this channel. I mean, the fact that we're approaching 50k is just absolutely mental. Right, we're going to start with Frimpong. Number of sources, the Daily Record, the Sun, the Mail, have all come out speaking about him. The Daily Record have come out and said that Bayer Leverkusen star Jeremy Frimpong is reportedly on the verge of agreeing a move to Liverpool. Now,
Bayer Leverkusen, who plays today, they are in second place in the Bundesliga. They won the Bundesliga last season, and it looks like their manager, what's his name? I forget his name. Maybe going to Real Madrid next year. And it looks like Leverkusen may be disbanding for all intents and purposes. So, yeah, I could see him going to Liverpool.
Now, I don't really know what to make of that because Jeremy Frimpong is a very good player, but he, for me, is not a right back. He's a winger.
Well, neither is Trent Alexander-Arnold, for that matter.
No, he's very good going forward. He even plays on the wing for the Netherlands. 4 goals and 5 assists this season in 26 games in the Bundesliga. He's having a relatively good season. He got 3 assists in the Champions League as well this season. And 1 assist
and now they're no longer in the Champions League because they got beat by Bayern Munich
at the FB Pokal. But I think like for like, the way Liverpool need to go about this is replacing Trent Alexander-Arnold's creativity and actually getting a more defensively minded right back in. I think Trent's final pass is one of the best in the world. I think he's an unbelievable crosser, the way he can strike a ball. But Frimpong, for me, would be coming in as the Liverpool don't play wing backs. Liverpool, they're going to be relying on the right back to be defensively strong. They're either going to go, one of the full backs will be attacking, one of them will be defensively. They have been very heavily linked with Kerkez from Bournemouth. I think they might bring in a defensive right back and sign Kerkez and let Kerkez go forward. If Jeremy Frimpong is going to come in like this report suggests, then I think he'll be coming in as a forward. I don't think he is as good as Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Well, he's not really as good as... he would be an interesting pickup if they were to get him. Okay, he would be an absolutely interesting pickup if they were to get Jeremy Frimpong. He would be an interesting player in the Premier League because he's been good in the Bundesliga.
Being honest, but I think he's a very, very good player. I think he could definitely do some good stuff for Liverpool, but I just don't know where he's going to fit in terms of the defensive setup. And speaking of Bournemouth, there is no way Bournemouth will sell more than one or two of their prize assets this season. Kirkes, I think, will join.
No, it says there's no way Bournemouth will sell more than one or two of their prize assets this season. There's strong interest in players, especially Dean Huijsen, Milos Kirkes, Antoine Semenyo, and Justin Kluivert. And I could definitely see Justin Kluivert going. But yeah.
Liverpool, and I think Dean Huijsen will leave. Semenyo and Kluivert, I think, will be staying. But Kirkes, I think, would be
I'm not so sure about that.
Fantastic signing for Liverpool. I think he ticks all the boxes. I think he's a very, very, very good player. And I honestly do think that he would be a great addition. Now, Alexander Isak and Victor Gyökeres, the two most spoken about.
Now, it says Alexander Isak has snubbed interest from the likes of Barcelona, Chelsea, and Liverpool to choose Arsenal as his preferred destination this summer. Now, again, I'll believe that when I see that, okay? I don't know that Isak is going to want to leave Newcastle, especially after they won the League Cup. Now, it would probably cost Arsenal an arm and a leg to get him.
Strikers, in terms of transfers in the world right now, Alexander Isak has snubbed interest from the likes of Barcelona, Chelsea, and Liverpool to choose Arsenal as his preferred destination this summer. Now, once again, before anyone in the comments says, "Oh, clickbait," I'm literally just giving my opinion on these reports. I'm not saying it's going to happen.
Again, like I said, I'll believe it when I see it, but I'm not so sure it's going to happen.
According to this, he's chosen Alexander Isak has snubbed interest in Barcelona, Chelsea, and Liverpool to choose Arsenal as his preferred location. Now, I said yesterday that I do think if Alexander Isak is going to leave, it will be to Arsenal. I believe he would be the perfect fit. I would believe he would be the quote-unquote final piece. I honestly think his ability, his numbers, they're absolutely they're ridiculous. Let's just call it what it is. He is a world-class number 9. He's proven he can step up in the big games.
Yeah, again, it's like I said, I will believe that when I see it because look, if he chooses Arsenal, that's great, that's fantastic. But it's one thing that Newcastle's going to want an arm and a leg for him. I don't know that Arsenal's going to want to pay what they're asking for him. I don't know what they're asking, but it's got to be 70, 80 million pounds.
Scoring in the quarterfinals, scoring in the semi-final, scoring in the final. He ticks every single box and more for Arsenal. According to other reports, Liverpool are prepared to go out there and break the bank for him. So make believe of the report what you want to believe. I personally think he will be staying if Liverpool gets if Newcastle get Champions League football. If he doesn't, I think it's going to be a very, very interesting Alexander Isak saga, because this report now says Liverpool are prepared to break their transfer record to sign Alexander Isak. However, Gomez, Quansah, Harvey Elliott, and Ben Doak could all be offered in a swap deal to bring his price down. Harvey Elliott would be a great addition to Newcastle, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's other teams that are interested in Isak. Again, it would be very, very difficult to get his signature. And he does bring up a good point. If Newcastle make Champions League, he's not going anywhere.
Gomez and Quansah can be effective. I don't really know much about Ben Doak. But, if they're prepared, whoever signs him is going to be paying £100 million. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah, I said 70 or 80 million pounds, but he's probably 100 million pounds.
He's 120, 130 million pounds. That is what's going to happen. If he does leave, that is. Now, another report coming out from the Sun saying Victor Gyökeres will be allowed to leave Sporting this summer if a transfer fee of the region of 50.2 million to 58.5 million, which would be around 65 to 70 million euros. Now, Victor Gyökeres, apparently according to reports coming out in Portugal, does actually want a move. Now, here's where the domino effect plays out, because we'll start with Liverpool. They need to sell Darwin Núñez and Luis Diaz, according to some reports. I would imagine if they sell both of those, Liverpool could go out there and probably spend 200 to 250 million pounds. There's also a report out there that Arsenal are going to go and do a 250 to 300 million pounds themselves. Martin Zubimendi's being...
Yeah, Arsenal is... Mikel Arteta is very aggressive when it comes to changing out his team and selling players and bring people in. And so, again, I don't know if Gorkaz will be available to Arsenal, but we'll see.
In heavily linked, but Victor Gyökeres, I mean, for me personally, I honestly believe Victor Gyökeres has more chance leaving, and I said this yesterday, than Isak does Newcastle, but I think Isak has more chance of joining Arsenal than Liverpool. Now, Victor Gyökeres' numbers are absolutely stupidly good. They are unbelievable. We're talking about one of the best number 9s in the world. This season, 28 goals and 5 assists, 33 GA in 25 is stupidly high. In the Champions League, 6 goals and 1 assist in 8. In the Taça de Liga, 4 goals in 3. In the Europa League last season, 5 goals and 2 assists in 9. He ticks all the boxes. He's an unbelievable centre forward. He, for me, would be a great addition to...
He would be a great addition to any team he played on, assuming, again, now he plays in the Portuguese league, which is not, as good as the Premier League or the Bundesliga, but it would be interesting.
Whoever he joins. But the big question is, Andrea Berta. We'll start with the Arsenal side of things now. Andrea Berta is apparently going to be announced at some point in the next couple of weeks. What plan does he have? Because previously, Arsenal were heavily linked to Benjamin Sesko. Now, does their plan potentially change because of Andrea Berta? Absolutely. Does when we look at this right now, does Alexander Isak for the £130 million price tag? I said this yesterday. Is it better to go for Gyökeres and Nico Williams? For Liverpool, would they go for Gyökeres? According to reports, Mohamed Salah is very, very close to signing a contract.
Now, if Arsenal went for Gorkaz and Nico Williams, that would be amazing. But, you have Martinelli and you have Saka and Nikita. You also have, you have to get rid of one of those four players,
which is a massive bit of news for them. Liverpool are expecting big proposals for Darwin Núñez. I honestly think this summer is going to be chaos. You got the transfer window opening, then closing 9 days later because of the Club World Cup. Liverpool are expecting big proposals.
Yeah, the Club World Cup is going to be amazing, but you have it starts like mid-June. I mean, not a lot of time for break for these teams, and then they start their seasons up. It's just unreal.
Proposals from Saudi League for Darwin Núñez. I think Liverpool need to focus on getting rid of Núñez and Luis Diaz potentially before they look at bringing someone in. And I think Arsenal need to make sure 100% they know who they want to get. 1,000%. There's no point going out there and signing a player that doesn't 100% suit Arteta. They did that with players before. Just to throw something completely different out there, Chelsea head coach Enzo Maresca was left fuming. Listen to this. Was left fuming after the under-21s beat the first team 3-0 and cancelled yesterday's day off for the players in the first team. Wow.
Well, look, I saw Chelsea play against Arsenal live in person at the Emirates Stadium, and they got beat 1-0. And they were in no danger of scoring. Okay, I think the only shot that they had was from their left back, was Cucurella, who made David Alvarez had to make a save. It was right in the goal that I was sitting close to. But yeah, they were in no danger of scoring at all.
Wow. I mean, Chelsea, listen, if they're losing the under-21s, that's a major red flag. I know some people might say, etc., etc. No, but yeah, for me, nah. And then the last bit of Liverpool news, Mohamed Salah is close to extending his contract at Liverpool. Salah has received a more convincing offer, partly thanks to the possible departure.
And that's good. I think. Look, I don't want to see Salah leave the Premier, even though he plays for Liverpool, plays for a team that's going to win the Premier League this year, that is scored against Arsenal. I like Salah. I've always enjoyed watching Salah play, and I think it's good if he stays in Liverpool.
Of Trent Alexander-Arnold, which reduces the wage bill. Now, I've remained consistent. I do think Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk will sign new contracts, and I've always remained consistent that I do think Trent Alexander-Arnold will be leaving, and now, of course, that has come to reality. Now, in terms of Andrea Berta, what can we expect from him? Well, Arsenal have obviously got their entire season now is looking into that Real Madrid game, which is Tuesday.
Look, that's going to be a week from Tuesday. They play Real Madrid. Now, Real Madrid is not a team that's going to play defensively and going to kid on the counterattack. They're going to open up, and that's what Arsenal is going to. I think Arsenal has a chance to win the game. Okay, I do think Arsenal has a chance to beat Real Madrid, but I understand why Real Madrid would be considered favorites.
Tuesday, the 8th of April. They have got a very, very busy April. They've got
the next day I fly to Los Angeles, so I'm going to be watching Arsenal play on the 8th, and then on the 9th I fly to Los Angeles.
Ipswich Town, Crystal Palace, Brentford, Everton, Fulham, and Real Madrid, home and away. Liverpool have only really got the Premier League to focus on now, and a couple more wins, and it's practically done. Andrea Berta, whenever he does sign, needs to look at this squad and think, where can I strengthen? And that is, of course, the left wing, the number 9, and a creative midfielder. Lots of Arsenal fans are rejecting the fact that they do need another creative midfielder. Declan Rice has got their most assists this season, and practically every single assist has been from a corner. So,
there's a couple of free kicks as well.
He might have 5 assists in the league, he might have 8 assists, whatever, but they're all from corners. They need someone with a killer pass. Ethan Wanieri is apparently in Miles Lewis-Skelly very close to signing new contracts. In terms of Liverpool, for me, they need a winger. Salah, Cody Gakpo, very, very good. They need one more and the number 9.
Everybody seems to need a number 9, and that's why Newcastle's Isak is so valued.
Personally think, Kirkes will be a great signing on that left-hand side. Great link up with Cody Gakpo. And they probably need to bring in another centre-back. Konate's being heavily linked to Real Madrid. They're prepared to wait for him. You know what Real Madrid do? They go out and they're the kings of the free transfers. Rudiger, Mbappe, Trent.
Real Madrid. If they want you, generally, you go sniffing at them. It's just the way it is with Real Madrid. It doesn't matter where you play for. If Real Madrid wants you generally end up going and ending up there.
That this is what they do. But it'd be very interesting to hear your thoughts. Make sure you go down, drop a like on the video if you haven't already. Make sure you have that subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts on Gyökeres, on Salah, on all these other players, and I will see you all.
This is Henry Talks Football. Please click like, share, and subscribe for him as well as for me. I would appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good rest of your day.